Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never, ever to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Good evening. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in on these, excuse me, fine radio stations, one of them of which I own. WOSD Radio DB Chicago, your home for old school and dusties. DJ Kenny G. He couldn't get it right to save his life. BiggsRadio.com and WRLN Radio, which is your home for R&B and throwbacks. Today's R&B and throwbacks, I should say. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. And how do I know all of that? Because it's all in front of me. That's Radio 101, ladies and gentlemen. Know what stations that you're on when you're on. Of course, DJ Kenny G can't hear me because he's probably asleep right now. It's 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Once again, your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. Coming up in our last hour, we do a little thing we call foreplay. 4 songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. Once again, comes up in our last hour at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Until then, of course, we kick it off with Mr. Isaac Lee Hayes Jr., The Look of Love on Bedtime Stories. Our phone number here, 773-675-2400. 773-675-2400. Mm. I'll be back, guys. Woo. Woo, you don't want to go in there 35, 45 minutes. Good Lord. Woo. 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 It had to come out, I tell you. Woo. Woo. Good God. Troy. Dawn Robinson, yes, of the famous group In Vogue. Hmm. Yeah, Dawn was the cute one, wasn't she? Yeah. Well, they were all cute, but it's like what he's eating again. Where is everyone? Good old Mariano's. Actually, it's Progresso. Estebano. Good evening. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for asking. That's as bright as it gets. Okay. All righty then. um, no español. Poco. Ooh, that one kind of caught up on. Jesse Johnson, formerly of the group The Time, and I'm Just Wanting You. That's when he went solo. Of course, he went back to the group to record the album Pandemonium, and then he was gone again. And then he came back, and they did the album, the one with, let's see, what was the album? Oh, when they were called the Original Seven. So they got back together to do a joint, and he left again. Anyway, that's called "I'm a Warning You." It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Right here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis in Chicago, and of course WRLNradio.com, a radio media station. Once again, we are official, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Patrice Rushen. I found love when I found you. I found you. Angie Martin Turner, what's going on, sis? Woo! Good Lord. Is there any such thing as a bad nap? That was a great nap. I tell you, I needed that. When I finally turned my phone off, I'm like, wow. Hey, what are you doing? Sleeping. What are you doing? What do you do when you come home from work? You relax, unwind, uh, use the bathroom, take a dump, all of that stuff. I I don't know what to say. I'm like, okay, what do you do when you get off work? You know, no, I go to a party. I like to party all the time. I'm like Eddie Murphy. Just party all the time. Don't believe it. Don't you believe it? I don't speak English, Poco. Okay. I mean, I'm learning Spanish, but it's not fluent enough to speak. You know, it's like hola, hola, cómo estás? Muy bien. And after that, it's like, I don't know. You know, like how old are you? ¿Cuántos años? Then after that, it's like, I don't know. Okay. But thank you for joining us, Estabano. Doo doo. I think Troy speaks Spanish, don't you, Troy? Maybe not. I don't know. Well, hello, Queen. How are you? I see her all the time on Facebook with these beautiful, uplifting messages. And I just want to play with her dimples. I do. I just want to play with that baby's dimples. Oh, it's so cute. Troy said no. I'm too cool for that. No, no Spanish. Okay, cool. But hello, Queen. Thank you for being on my live. I really appreciate you. See, I should have kept you when I had you. I tell you. What's that song by the Spinners? How could I let you get away? I don't know. I was young, dumb, and full of ambition. Didn't know what I was doing. I don't know. Back then I wasn't ready to get married. I don't know what it was, but I just wasn't ready. I just, mm, I always thought that if I got married, it was almost like I had given up, turned in my player's card, decided to be a family man, all of that stuff that I thought was just really bad. I thought I had to give all of that up. Having fun, you know, doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing. But then on the other hand, I could have been doing those things with my wife when I was younger. I know I was a player, but you know, I just decided that I was going to wait until I was 50 years old. So I said, yes, at 50, I won't want to do all of those weird and freaky things that I did when I was younger. Instead, I did them with my first wife. And that was it. As a matter of fact, that was the highlight. With the right people, you still can have fun. I know. I didn't know that then. I thought, and I always saw. I would see people in the mall. I would see the guys pushing strollers. You know, guys that I'd had fun with. Going to strip shows and everything else, and then I would see them with their wives, and I'm like, well, dang. It was like they were totally different than what they were the night before when we were in the hotel with the strippers. you know, all of a sudden they were all domesticated. They were all in their wives' faces and pushing baby carts, baby strollers and holding hands and all that stuff. I'm like, is this the same guy that had his nose in the stripper's butt last night? I'm like, I can't believe this. It's like, wow. It was, as different as night and day. Here he was, being rode by a 180-pound stripper. And then here he is with his 125-pound soaking wet wife. I'm like, wow, what a transformation. What a 365-degree turn. It was crazy, I'm like, I guess they, I don't know. I don't know what to say, but they would be totally different around their wives. If they were like, cussing like sailors, with the boys, around their wives, they were like totally different. Oh, yes, honey. Well, you know how I did. Well, you know me. You're like, no, you're not like that. Oh, no, of course not. So where do you know that guy from? Oh, he's from work. Honey, let's get out of this mall and go get us a couple of sundaes. The young lady that everyone thought was African American because she had like really curly hair. Phoebe Snow and Poetry Man, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Good evening to Queen Deborah. I guess you could say she was one of the ladies who got away when I was in my player days. Yeah. The one that got away. Like I was saying earlier, I just wasn't ready for marriage. I used to see these guys in the mall and in the street with their wives, and they were just totally different. I'm like, wow, a wife makes you act like that? I don't think I want that. Pushing carts and stuff and, pushing babies in the carriage. I'm like, wow. He wasn't like that the other night when we were at the hotel at the strip club or the strip show, rather. Totally different. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Here's one of Sam Chapman's favorites from Tracy Spencer. This is Tender Kisses on Bedtime Stories. Enjoying both worlds, the good life. Yeah, right. Both worlds. Going to the strip club, going to Arnie's, and then the next day, uh, spending the whole day with the family. Who knew, right? Excuse me. Who knew? Guess that's a no. Tender Kisses, Tracy Spencer. Good Lord. One word, muffler. Muffler. It's awfully loud out there, I tell you. By the way, you four people, make sure you share the audio on your page, all right? Thank you. Patricia McClendon, Zoe Greer, that's my son, and Chiffon Miller, who thinks that I know nothing about music. So that's cool. All righty then. I guess they didn't want to make any posts or anything. That's cool. I understand. I get it. Tender kisses. It's Nia Craig, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, stranger? Stranger. I'm surprised you remembered me. Little old me. How you doing? How your mama doing? Oop, there's my other daughter. Oops, sorry. Gotta sleep. Sorry. Goodbye. Good night. Or adios, Estabano. I know what you're saying. You're like, he's still a lame. I know. Yeah. 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 I'm still a lame, Naya. Yep. Still that lame guy that used to bring you all McDonald's whenever you were hungry. Yep. I am that guy. Still lame. Yeah. At least I was consistently lame, right? Consistently lame. Anyway, so I had this young lady who was texting me, and I was like, "I'm going to take a nap now." So I had to shut my phone down at 7:30 because, unfortunately, she didn't get that nap part. You know, like other questions followed after 7:30, but of course I didn't get it. Are you there? No, I'm not there. I told you I was going to take a nap. That means I will not be answering any further questions. Thank you very much. I'm going to lay down and take a nap. Got it? Okay. Peace out. So, if anything after that just got left there, right there on the phone. Like, I'm asleep. I'm asleep. Leave me alone. Oh my goodness. From the album Here, My Dear. It's called Just to Keep You Satisfied. It is his ode to his then ex wife, who just happened to be named Gordy. Um, yeah. He was married to the boss's sister. And at that time, he had to release an album. So he did. And all of the money gathered from the album went as alimony to his ex wife. And that was one of the songs on there, Just to Keep You Satisfied. And he's singing it so sweetly. It's like, it's much too late for you to cry. I'd be the one that's crying. I got to pay all this money. This album that I made, I got to give you all the money? Really? No, I'm the one that's crying. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Nia Craig. Once again to Queen Deborah and Estabano. He said, I'm sleepy, bro. Gotta go. Goodbye. So adios, Estabano. Thank you for being on my live on Twitch, as a matter of fact. Hello to Ronnie. I almost got my corned beef sandwich tonight, but unfortunately, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that I could get a nap at least. That's what us old folks do, ladies. We take naps. Here's the Cap Band and Yearning for Your Love on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Ronnie! Sometimes you just have to shut the world off for at least an hour just to get a nap. You know, I don't know what you all do when you get off work, but me, I come home, I eat my, what little dinner that I have. Excuse me. I stopped at Mariano's to get dinner, right? I'm like, good grief. They charge by the pound. I'm like, I keep forgetting I'm in the South Loop. So the prices are slightly higher than they would be um, over on King Drive, slightly higher. Ronnie said, I do understand. I put my phone on vibrate sometimes too. And I missed two calls. One of them I returned, and the other one, of course, I will return later because they're in a different time zone. So it won't be too late at 12 o'clock. It'll only be 10 o'clock there. So, but I'm like, guys, give me a break. You know, you all are always teasing me about how old I am and all that stuff. So let the old man sleep, okay? Let the old man sleep. Let the old man get a nap. Since you all are always joking about that. I'm like, good grief. So, excuse me, have an announcement to make later on before the hour is up. Um, not a good announcement either. So, yeah, sure thing, old man. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Nope, not a good announcement, I'm afraid. You're leaving VON. Huh? I am? That's news to me. What are you getting married again? No. Everybody's trying to figure out what the announcement is, I guess. Nope, I'm not leaving VON, and no, I'm not getting married ever again. Never, ever, 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 ever. ever. I'm pretty much done with that marriage thing, you know? Yeah. I think I've had enough. I'm pregnant. Yeah, that's it, Preston. Yeah. Shake and bake. What's going on, sir? Preston. Yeah, with twins. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Yeah. I would be a rich man. Hmm. A very rich man. You're pregnant. No. Nor did I get anyone pregnant. I don't think I can at this age. Although they say 75-year-old men are knocking up 40-year-old women. I'm like, I just don't see it. So, no, I'm not leaving VON. I'm not getting married again. And I'm definitely not pregnant. No. I took a test, so I'm not pregnant. So, yeah. If it was the dollar store one, it doesn't count. Oh, the test. Oh, okay. Speaking of which, I was in the dollar store one day. Um, and in the dollar store, they had this test for I think it was for marijuana or something like that. I forgot what I took a picture of it. It's like a test to see if you've been smoking. Like they have ways of, they have ways of finding out about that stuff, you know? Just like they have, the COVID test. But don't go to the dollar store to get a COVID test. Trust me. Yeah. The hair samples, right. Yeah. Hair samples, yes. Give a little love for love. just a little bit. Russell Tompkins Jr., the stylistics, and Give a Little Love right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Ronnie, also to Preston, Russell, aka Shake and Bake, Russell Baker, and Terry Sams, aka Terry from Gary. Speaking of Gary, um, I just found out this afternoon that we lost a young man who auditioned for me at when I was the operations manager over at WLTH in Gary years ago. He had brought me his audition tape that he had just made straight out of broadcasting school. It was not so good, and I told him, I said, well, maybe you should try something else. You know, maybe you should be an engineer, or whatever. He turned around and got a part-time job on a station, Power 92, which is in Hammond, and he was on his way. He called himself Victor V, the hip hop jock on the hip hop spot. He was there for a while. He moved. He went down to Dallas. Continued to work as a DJ, a mobile DJ. And just a few days ago, he graduated from the police academy and became uh, a sheriff down there. And now he's gone. He couldn't have been any more than maybe 45 years old, if that old. And mm, it hit me hard. It really did. It really hit me hard. He used to call me one of his mentors. And Victor Vincent, rest in peace, little brother. Rest in peace. This show is dedicated to Victor Vincent tonight, aka Victor V, the hip hop jock on the hip hop spot. Here are the spinners, and I don't want to lose you. It's Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Gonna miss you, son. Think you are. Who do you wanna be? You're the only one that knows. Maybe you'll be surprised after your search is through. Boom, boom, boom. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to share the video on your page where it says like, comment, and share. Just hit share, please. And thank you. I appreciate it. I don't want to lose. Thank you. Thank you, Greg. Very funny, Troy. I am trying to work through my pain, and you got jokes as usual. You know, once again, like I said, Vic wasn't that old. I don't know exactly how old he was, but he wasn't older than 45. So my uncle texted me from Gary, so I guess he must have gotten it firsthand, or he said he saw it on Facebook where someone said, rest in peace to Victor Vincent. I'm like, no, can't be. Can't be. The Spinners, and I Don't Want to Lose You from the album Pick of the Litter, right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Once again, rest in peace, Victor Vincent. Um, like I said, he couldn't have been no more than 45 years old, or, it's like, man, what happened? And we still haven't found out what happened, or what he died from. So as soon as I find some information out, I will let you guys know. So we're all in shock. Dinah Lynn Biggs, of course, my uncle who lives in Gary. You hear him every Sunday night here on the station. Clarence Stevens, he was the one that sent me the information about Victor. Once again, rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. This show, of course, is sponsored by our good friends over at Grubhub. Grubhub, of course, is a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis in Chicago, which is bigsradio.com, as well as WRLNradio.com. Your home for, was it R&B and throwbacks? Yeah, got to remember all of those things because, of course, that's where you hear this radio station on those other fine radio stations, on this radio show, I should say. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is, of course, Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Here's a group from DC. They simply call themselves The Fuzz. I love you for all seasons, right here on Bedtime Stories. What's up, Percy?
What's up, AG? What's going on?
Oh, I'm just sitting here doing my syndicated show called Bedtime Stories, Coast to Coast. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know you don't listen to me. I know you're a fan of the Diaz, so I know you don't listen to me.
Yeah, well, no, you know what? No, I don't listen to him either.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. But I will. I told you I'm gonna start coming on the show. So I got one more year, and then that's it. I'm gonna be coming on the show with you.
You said you got one more year. Okay.
No, I said one more.
One more. Yeah. One more.
Yeah, one more with the post office, and I'm out of here.
All right.
I may go two, but one more for sure.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, but I've been seeing you on Facebook. I've been seeing all your posting on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing all the guys. I'll be like, hey,
I'm almost famous.
How often do you post? When you post?
Oh, every day.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I see them post posts on Facebook. I see them all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep, I sure do. Matter of fact, I was scrolling through there a little while ago and looking at it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I be keeping an eye on you. Who's the other guy that was on there? I saw his shirt. What was his name?
You saw the shirt? I don't know. Mr.
What's the
Hypnotic.
other guy? It's with a t-shirt on. He posted.
Oh, that's my nephew, Ray Neal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your nephew? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So how's everything? You got enough room at the apartment over there for your? Do you leave your nephew there? You leaving somebody there? How's that running over there for you?
No, I just lock the door and leave.
Oh, okay.
Put the alarm on. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. You gotta teach me.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be coming there and hang with you. So you teach me the ropes.
All right, cool.
Okay, I'll call you. Did you call me? Did you want some, or you just call it?
No, that was a butt dial. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, no problem. Just checking with you.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care. Bye. Smoky Bill. I think I need some water. I think that would clear up the problem. Or maybe a cherry coke. That might be good. Maybe not. Woo-ha! All at the same time, daylight and darkness. Oh, there it is. So I decided to stop at Mariano's tonight and get dinner. Hey, Red, what's going on? Yep, $22 worth of dinner. It was a big cup of soup, chicken noodle, of course. And what else was there? Soup, pot roast, mixed vegetables, and mashed potatoes. So that was it. That was $22. Needless to say, I ate the soup. I said, I'm gonna save this for tomorrow's dinner because $22. I think I better spread that out just a little bit. So what's going on, Red? Long time no see. Don't you have a Mariano's by you? Actually, no. The closest Mariano's to me is on King Drive. That's like 40th, 39th and King Drive. So it's closer to the job than it is to me. That was a Whole Foods over there. But I don't think there's a Mariano's in Inglewood. Smokey Bill Robinson and Daylight and Darkness. How can you be daylight and darkness all at the same time? It's called bipolar disorder. I keep making reference to my first wife. That was her right there. Daylight and darkness. You know, one minute we'd be playing like two kids in a sandbox, and the next minute she'd be like, "This is my sandbox, and you need to go." All right. So that was my announcement that I made about Mr. Vincent. And no, I'm not pregnant. I'm not leaving WDVON. And definitely not as long as Darlene Hill keeps coming in. I might quit after that, but till then, she keeps coming in. I'll keep coming in too. Here's Smoke City from right here in Shy City, and Dreams, produced by my uncle, Mr. Emmett Gardner Jr. on Bedtime Stories. Is there Mariano's in Inglewood? I mean, if there is, let me know, because I will definitely go there. Where it is a lot cheaper. Always cheaper in the hood, right? Which is why they closed down Whole Foods. I was so upset that they closed down Whole Foods. That was something that the former alderman fought for. Not the one before Stephanie Coleman, but the one um, before that, and that was the one who the street is named after, and that's Joanne Thompson. May she rest in peace. She was hmm, she was one of the toughest women that I knew. She could walk down the street with one of them long coats on, look like she's in a western, and just stand in the middle of the street, and nobody would hit her. It's like they were scared of her. You know, she was a looker. She was. You know, she was definitely a looker. Okay, my son just texted me. Let's see how much he's going to ask me for tonight. Oh, how much money do you need, son? How much is this text going to cost me? Ooh, look. Still have money in the bank. That's amazing. Mm. $22 for Mariano's. What was I thinking? I could have went around the corner and got some fish for like $6, right? Or another chicken Philly for like $6. I don't know. What was I thinking? I was like, what's Cash America? Oh, the pawn shop. Okay. Why don't they just say pawn shop? Cash America. I am Cash America guy. Yep. Okay, let's try this. If my phone is willing to do that. Is there a Mariano's in Inglewood? Question mark. Okay, phone. Take your time. There we go. No, the nearest Mariano's to me, let's see, Evergreen Park, 31st and Ashland, and 38th and King Drive. So Red said no, there is no Mariano's in Inglewood. So that was Whole Foods, which is now closed. They fought to. I don't even think they fought to keep it open. You know, it's just closed, and that's sad. It's just sad. You know, 95th. Oh, Evergreen. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Um, it doesn't even say what time they close. Now, the one in the South Loop, they stay open till at least 9 o'clock. But the buffet and the or the hot bars, they call it, they're closed. They close at like 7 o'clock. The hot bar and of course the cold bar, which is the salad bar. Yep, it doesn't say what time they close. They just say opens at 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Okay, cool. All right, cool. More hours, please. Yes. Oh, there we go. They close at 10. So there you go. And that's in, yep, Evergreen. All right. Yep, I'm gonna save that food for tomorrow. That was $22. Good Lord. I'm gonna stretch that out for a few days there. Y'all say you cheap. You cheap. Nope, I'm frugal. Jack Benny was cheap. I'm frugal. Yes. I only shopped there once, maybe twice. I don't know. Maybe twice. You paid all that money for your meds too. Yeah, well, you know. Glutton for punishment. Yeah, that's me. That's why I got married a second time. I was glutton for punishment. As if the first time wasn't bad enough, you know. Shalimar. Somewhere there's a love just for me. But where? But where? Definitely not here in Chicago, because all I get all the time is, so how old are you, sir? Sir. Okay. All right. That's what we on. You know, do I look that old? Don't answer that question, Troy. But really, I mean, certain days I look, especially in the morning, I look like my father, and that's only in the morning. But then later on, once my face gets washed and all that stuff, then I look like me again. But wow, man, they make it seem like I'm ancient or something. Oh, my mom used to listen to you when you were on GCI. Whatever. Whatever. Hello to Red, also to Ronnie. Um, she says she goes to the Marianos on 39th to get her Ice Mountain water. 3 for 10. Okay, well, that's good. I still have Ice Mountain water. I still have a whole half a case. Yeah. And as you can see, I drink plenty of water, right? Just not enough. Here's Jermaine Jackson and Castles of Sand on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Castle of Sand. Is that my niece laughing at me? Okay. Oh, not laughing, but loving. Thank you. Oh, that's Ronnie laughing. Okay, my bad. Ariana. Not to be confused with Ariana Hyler. Yes, I have two nieces named Ariana. It's Castle of Sin. Three cases of 24 for $10. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Woo boy. Saint Germain. It'll never stand. So what's the deal about Ice Mountain water? Is it better tasting than the other, like what's Evian, which is naive backwards? They have all these brands of water. You know, somebody said they just get it right out of the tap. I'm like, no, couldn't be. Shit, you paying money for that water? Or is this tap water? Hinkley and Smith used to be the deal because they had Hinkley and Smith at every job I ever worked at. Those big bottles, and those scrawny white boys would always come in with those big bottles of water on their shoulders. I'm like, wow. I guess there was some sort of trick to that, putting that on your shoulder. You know, these days they come in and they have like a dolly with them on there. So I guess they stopped them from doing that. They're probably breaking their necks and stuff for that water. The insurance was too high. Terry from Gary, what's going on? I guess with our schedules, we'll never see each other, huh, Terry? Oh, well. We'll never get a chance to finish what we started 20 years ago. That's crazy. That's back when they had, what was it? It was something before Skype. I forgot what it was, but it was before Skype. And we used to, whatever it was, Skype each other. So, Ronnie said, I don't have to buy water now. I have people at Pepsi. Okay, well, that's good. So, Pepsi, of course, has their own water. What is the brand of that? I know it's not this. This is this is regular. It says purified drinking water from Kroger. So that's it, and it tastes just fine, and it's inexpensive. Very inexpensive. Extremely. Aquafina. Okay, yeah. Aquafina is modeled by Pepsi. I guess they didn't want to be left out. It's like, oh, we have to come up with our own water. Aquafina. Yeah. Water. Fina. Yeah. How original. Aquafina. Yeah. Of course, water in Spanish is agua. So I guess they didn't have to go too far to find a name for their water. So yeah. Oh, life water. Yeah. Oh, hell no. That's what, $7 a bottle downtown at the the little convenience store, which is inside River City. And was $7 a bottle. I'm like, are you all crazy? Man, I take that bottle and I fill it up all week with the water that we have at work. I'm like, y'all crazy. Mm-mm. It has electrolytes in it. I'm like, right. Stick a vitamin in there and keep going. Straight off the 45, that is yours right as rain. From the Stylistics right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep. The greatest love songs of all time. We were talking about different water that they have. They have Aquafina, they have Life Water. Um, the water I drink is from Kroger, I should say, which is right around the corner from us, and it's known as Aldi's. Everywhere else, they're known as Kroger, but they have their own brand of water, and it tastes just fine. It tastes like Aquafina and Life Water, and what is the other one? I can't think of it. Um, it's not. It spells naive backwards. I can just I can just see a little man in the little place filling these bottles of water up off of a faucet or something. It's like, okay, what's the big deal about this water, right? You know, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, she used to distill her own water. She would run it through a filter, take all the impurities out of it, and she would go around with her own water. I'm like, I wonder if she still do that. I'm gonna call him when I get off the air. Evian, that's what it was, which spells naive backwards. You think you're getting like real water, and somebody got a faucet in the back. Here's the first of two in a row from Sky on Bedtime Stories. Yeah, Evian backwards spells naive. I'm like, really? Okay. What was the other one? Perrier. Yeah. I'm like, what was the big deal about, I would like Perrier water, please. I'm like, okay. Would you like me to bring it to you in a glass? Yes, okay. Go dip a cup in the toilet. Oh, this water is so cold. Yes, it is. Yes. Distilled, if you would. Yes. So tasty. Hey, don't knock my water. No, I don't. Hey, I don't knock anybody's water. Don't knock the hustle. Don't knock the hustle because there's always somebody somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. This hustling water. That's the one. Yeah, thank you. Fiji, Fiji, Smart Water, Avian, Core Water, and Life. But once again, I ask, what is the difference? Nothing, huh? Okay, cool. Fiji, Smart Water, Avian, Core, Life Water. Hmm. And sparkling water. Thank you. Little hustler, what's going on? I'm stopping by to say hi. Is it stopping by or driving by? Which one is it? She was so close to me on, I think it was Friday or Saturday. I was like, why don't you just you know, take like 5, 10 minutes and just come in here and grab a piece of pizza or something. But she was on the move, I tell you. I was like, okay. She was on the hustle. I said, Dad, give me like 5 minutes to at least get a hug or something. She kept going. I'm in what she say? She was in I want to say Rogers Park. I'm like, okay, well, you're about 15 minutes away from me. I'm in the South Loop. Then the next thing she texted me and said she was in the south suburbs near home. I'm like, oh, okay. You drive pretty fast, you know. So, excuse me. What'd you say? You're under the weather. Oh yeah, yeah. Don't. Mm-mm. What'd you say? Stranger danger. Shut up, Ronnie. Stranger danger. Getting in somebody's lift, and be sitting back there. You're like, yeah, you kind of cute, girl. Yeah, look in that mirror one more time. Like that's crazy. You never know who you're gonna pick up when you're doing Lyft. You just have to pray every fare that you don't. It's it's different because like if you're a cab driver, thanks to the Lyft algorithm, yeah, like the cab drivers, they had that plexiglass up there, but you could still shoot through the glass when you get out, and but and then bus drivers, they put that plexiglass up there for them. Back in 2020 when the pandemic was, at its highest. I'm like, man, they all out in the open. They're out in the open. I remember, speaking of out in the open, I don't know if you all remember Channel 7. What was his name? Ravi Baywal or something like that. Well, one night they were live on the air and somebody went through the window at 190 North. They went straight through the window while they were doing the newscast. I'm like, whoa. And he kept his composure. I remember seeing him at Kennedy King College. And I said, brother, I don't know how you kept it together that night, but I'd have yelled out all kinds of obscenities on the air. My first thing would have been like, oh, bam, But yeah. Oh, I remember that because this guy is from Evanston. Yeah. I'm like, as much as, I wanted to do it because of the money to do the Lyft thing, I was like, I don't know. Because people get mad at me for no reason. I think it has something to do with my mouth, Like when people call WVON and they ask me questions. Yeah, well, it was on Perry's show 2 weeks ago. My thing is, ma'am, I don't listen to this station. I work here. But every now and then I might catch Perry's show on the way to work for that 17 or 18 minutes that I'm in the car. But I am listening to my music, listening to my station, other stations that I work for or work with or whatever. I'm not listening to WFUN. I'm sorry. So I don't know what Perry did 2 weeks ago on her show or what guests she had. I'm, ma'am, I couldn't even tell you. I'm like 2 weeks ago on Perry's show. When I get in the car, it's between 10:30 and 10:45. So I'm in the car a whole maybe 15 minutes, maybe 17 minutes tops. And I'm trying to listen to music. I'm not really listening to talk radio, you know, talk radio that makes you feel good. I'm not trying to, no. No diss on Perry. Hey, Holly Jennings, she has a wonderful show, but I'm just, unfortunately, I'm, 17 minutes, that's what? That's about three songs, you know, maybe four. Two in a row from Sky. That is When You Touch Me. Can't stand it. Good God. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Pamela C. Hawkins, aka Little Hustler. She's out there doing the lift thing. I'm like, I have not seen her since then. Of course, she's always on my Facebook Live, which is kind of cool. And we talk back and forth. And she says she's under the weather. Now, I'm just getting over a cold. This is the worst part of the cold because there's still a little phlegm left in my throat. And it's like, get out of there, and I keep, trying to clear my throat up. Cough drops don't work, all of this stuff. It's like, nah, it's not working. So I just keep drinking my water and hoping for the best, hoping I'll just wake up and it's all gone, right? Coming up in our next hour in about 20 minutes, we do foreplay. Right now, it's the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. And oh me, oh my, I'm a fool for you, baby. It's Bedtime Stories. What's going on, Holly? Well, I keep looking at my messages. Nobody's going to message me back. I finally realized that no one is going to message me back. Hmm. Hey, Pam, tell them about the night that the guy pissed in the back of your car. Yeah, which is sad. I'm like, you couldn't pull over and let the guy piss on the side of the road or something. He was, I guess he wanted to get to his destination and then use the bathroom. That's crazy. I know. Yeah. Mad is not the word for it. Or a girl peed in your car. Ooh, that's not cool either. Guy, girl, anybody. You, I'm sorry, but you can't be that drunk where you can't say, "Excuse me, ma'am, could you pull over so I can pee on the side of the road?" I know women have to get undressed to pee, and all we have to do is just whip it out, and stand up and pee. But jeez, I'm trying to keep it clean so I don't go back in Facebook jail. Okay, all right. And it's a rental car. Oh, that's yeah. That is not good at all. That is no good. Mm-mm. Yep. That right there. Yeah. And my thing is, you have to you have to take the car to the car wash in order for them to get that out of there. There's a special solution that they have to use to get urine, human urine. They have stuff that takes cat urine and dog urine out of carpet. So I could imagine they would have to use the same thing to get human urine out of the back seat of a car. You call the carpet people or something to clean it. Like when you fumigate a mattress because they had bed bugs in them. I'm like, ooh. Uh, when people need to go, I pull over. There you go, and that's it. That's all you can do. They just, you know, ma'am, sir, would you like me to pull over? And that's it. You need me to pull over? Okay, I will. And then you pull over and then let them do their business and, let them get back in the car and finish their ride. But, to just out and out just pee in the back of somebody's car, you don't know if it's their car or not. But for a woman to piss, you know, you know, us as guys, we don't have a filter. So we do stuff at random, willy nilly. So Vic Jackson. Yes, condolences to the family of Victor V, one of Gary's best. The braided up G. Vic, I still don't know what happened to Vic. Nobody said anything. Mm. Before I met you, I had to pull over on 294 so the guy could puke. What did he have that night to drink? Uh, I'm gonna heave. Pull over. I'm gonna heave. I could I could just imagine. Heart attack. What? Vic had a heart attack, Vic? Really? I'm sorry, I just didn't he graduate a few days ago from the police academy or something? I'm like, wow. Anyway, I picked him up at a gentleman's club in South Chicago Heights. I know exactly where that place is. Yes, I know exactly where that place is. It's a well lit building. that much I know. I've never been inside of it, but I've always seen guys standing outside of it. Of course, you can't smoke on the inside, so they're outside smoking. So, but I always see this well lit place. So, someone inboxed me and told me. Of course, Uncle Clarence, he texted me. I was like, whoa. He said, did he texted me, did you hear that Victor Vincent died? Now you know how stories get started, right? Um, so Vic, I'm glad you're on my live, right? Because it went from one Vic to another. So yeah, next thing I know, they had you dead. You know, Victor Jackson died. No, he didn't. Would you say I also pick up strippers and dancers from there too? I could imagine. I could imagine because that, like I said, it's a well lit building and it's in South Chicago Heights. I know exactly where it is. Something 204 408 Gentlemen's Club. I know exactly where it is. People thought he was me for years early in his career. Really? Wow. Woo! Two in a row from the Queen, giving him something he can feel. Right here on Bedtime Stories from the Sparkle LP and soundtrack. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Right here on the intro net. Hello once again to Pamela Hawkins, who's out there on the highways and byways doing the lift thing, as well as Victor D. Jackson, not to be confused with Victor Vincent, whom we lost today. Of course, both Vics are from Gary. Both of them worked at WLTH at one time, or in Gary, at different radio stations, but no, two different people. So someone texted me or called me and said, "I heard Victor Jackson died." I was like, no, you got the wrong one. It was Victor Vincent, not Victor Jackson. Don't kill the wrong person, please. But condolences go out to the family of Victor Vincent in Gary, Indiana. It's that whole Gary connection. Victor Vincent, Vic Jackson, Dinah Lynn Biggs, all of us, worked out in Gary at one time or another at WLTH back in the day. Yeah. Matter of fact, that was my first paying radio gig back in 1982, I think it was. Yeah. Here's Stevie, these three words on Bedtime Stories. You're the first to say that, but I know I'm here and kicking it at work. Thank goodness. I was like, what? What the? I'm like, good grief. Mm-mm. I'm like, good grief. I was supposed to be somewhere tonight, but I didn't make it. Instead, I opted to come home and go to sleep. I noticed that Barlow woman who was hitting on me last year was in the third season of Surviving R. Kelly for about 15 seconds. That Barlow woman, who is a judge, like, okay, never mind. Mm-mm. Woo-wee. She evidently ruled me to be hot. Okay, all righty then. So, people, I hate to say this, or I hate to ask this. My thing is, if you lend money to somebody and they promise to pay you back on a certain day, and then they don't pay you, should you be upset, or should you just say, or just chalk it up as, you know, just something that happened, right? First thing I thought when I saw it, when I woke up this afternoon before work, people see me and say, Victor V, no, it, it was me before Victor V. I'm older and was very popular when I got started. And that's just it. It's crazy. It's really, both of you all being from Gary, named Victor. So that is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. But wouldn't it be something to wake up and go on Facebook to find out that you died? I mean, that would not be a good day at all. Like, what? I'm dead. Rest in peace to Dr. Al Greer. I'm like, I'm not dead. Like, I'm not dead. It's just a flesh wound. I'm still here. Ugh. I'm back. Woo! Good God. That's right. Get it right. 4 years younger than me. I didn't think Vic was that old. To be honest, I'm like, I guess because he came up under me and up under you, Vic, that I didn't think he was that old. I'm like, wow. But that is just scary. That is just really scary. He graduated in 84. Okay. I figured as such. I didn't think he was that old. No older than my daughter, right? In fact, I think they're about the same age. Sister Sledge. And I'm a good girl. Yeah, I don't do stuff like that. Mm-mm. Anyway, happy birthday to James Alexander. If that name doesn't sound familiar, of course, there are two James Alexanders. One is a popular former DJ, radio personality, and program director. That's one. And the other one, of course, the bassist for the group, the Barkays. Well, I think today is his birthday. Happy birthday to James Alexander from all of us here on WOSDradio.com, your home for old school and dusties, bigsradio.com, and of course, WRLNradio.com. Bedtime Stories, of course, is sponsored by our good friends over at Grubhub. The SOS Band. Mm-mm-mm. Once again, Grubhub is a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. It is time for foreplay. Let's see now. I don't know much about this group, so I'm going to wing it. I'm going to cheat and go to Wikipedia. I do know this. They were started in 1977 in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. Their first big hit was called Take Your Time and Do It Right. The song became a number one R&B hit for 5 weeks, peaking at number 3 on the pop charts, selling well over 800,000 copies, and holding the number 2 spot R&B for 3 weeks. Yep. That was the first one. After that, on their third album, a not so well-known producing duo started producing some of their songs and took them to higher heights. Take Your Time, Do It Right went platinum, but all the rest of them went double platinum. At the helm of Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam and Lewis, of course. So you already know who we're talking about, right? In tonight's foreplay, we featured the music for the first time of the SOS Band, right here on Bedtime Stories, with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Boom, boom, boom. Mm. Yeah, they still put on a great concert. Oh man. I mean, just the best. I saw them at the Erie Crown Theater one year. They were with, I want to say they were with Roger and Zapp, and they were killing it. Of course, they ended their set with "Tell Me If You Still Care." And at one point, they put their instruments down. It was so cool. They were playing, and all of a sudden, they put their instruments down, and they all walked to the edge of the stage and held hands up, and they were singing, and everybody pulled out their lighters, and they would tell me. It was so. When I say it was so cool, it was so freaking cool. They just put, my man took the guitar down, the drummer put his sticks down. They all walked to the edge of the stage. Tell me. And of course the music's still going. I'm like, that was whoo. And of course that's how they ended it. You know, when you kiss me, boom. And speakers in a concert, I mean, it's like, like 20 subwoofers. So when that part hit, when you kiss me, boom. When you touch me, boom. Boom. Do you feel the same way too? And then they started putting the instruments down. My man said, put the guitar down, put the bass down, the drummer put the sticks down, and they held hands, and that's how they ended the concert. Great concert, SOS band. Great concert. Whoo! They were killing it. I'm like, now that's how you end a concert. Um, what she said, that song is over 7 minutes. I know, right? And that song became one of that became their signature song. Not take your time, do it right, but tell me if you still care. Ken Watlington, what's going on, sir? But yep, that song became their signature song after the first one. Excuse me, I got to take a huff and puff here. All right, I'm cool now. And now I can breathe. Pam said that song is over 7 minutes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Victor D and Pamela C. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. It's like they used the same drum machine on every song. They just kicked it up a notch or brought the tempo down. But that's what excuse me. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis gave them their signature sound. That mechanical, that Roland 808. They use that for all of their songs. All of Alexander O'Neal's songs, all of Sherelle's songs, most of Janet's songs in the beginning, you know, um, all the way up to Rhythm Nation when they're like, okay, we're done with that. Put that one on the shelf. Let's pull out the new drum machine. So it was just so many rhythms that they could get out of that Roland. And after that, it was like, we've made our money over and over again from the purchase of this Roland 808. Let's try something new. And they did, boy. But every now and then they whip it out, like Escapade, which is one of my favorite Janet songs, which is funky as one of her more funky songs. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, baby. We got it made. Let me take you on an escapade. I'm like, okay, that's some Morris Day and the Time stuff right there. Okay. That and the one that Monty Mora did, Pleasure Principle. That one, Monty killed it on that one. That was all Monty, and of course, the other two playing. But Monty, whew, they programmed the hell out of that drum machine. I'm sure they had to they had to put a fan on that joker when it was done. I'm like, woo! The principle of pleasure. Had that cowbell going clink, 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 clink. I'm like, woo! Y'all killing it on this one. You know. But if the SOS band songs all sounded alike, it was it was on purpose. It was by design that they would all sound alike. So all their music sounds alike, but it's all funky. No lies. If you really want to get up and dance and you can't, listen to No Lies by the SOS band. That's some it sounds like a Prince jam. It sounds like Prince threw his hand down. He said, we're gonna jam off of this one. No Lies is like one of the funkiest joints they have ever done. I don't care what nobody says. No Lies, I mean, it's got that signature. And they just, So if you really, really, really want to know, I'll tell you no more. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, they're killing it.
It's foreplay inside bedtime stories with Al Greer.
Woo! That's that 808 again. Hear that. That's that 808, baby. You understand. When I play this next one, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's that rolling 808. It's about this big, and it's got nothing but knobs and pads on it. And it's like you just kind of like this mixer I have. And then once it's done, it's like, okay, you just press play, blah, and it does the rest. You just play to it, catch up with it. I mean, whew, y'all don't understand. Mm-mm. Even when you're asleep. I know, right? Gil Palmer, yes. Yep, I remember Gil. Almost hired Gil once. Almost hired him at WJPC. Unfortunately, he came in drunk. He came, he came Vic. He came in. Obviously he had been. Where the, he came in. Where the jobs at? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Where the jobs at? That's all he said. Where the jobs at? Not, hey Al, how you doing, sir? Long time no see. Blah blah blah. Where the jobs at? So unfortunately, I couldn't hire him because he left a trail of alcohol all the way to the production studio. If you still care. No. Me. If you still care. If you still care. Still want me you. If you still care. Let me get off Facebook. It's addictive. If you still care. If you still care. I know. I'm sitting here debating whether I'm going to open this can of Coke. Now, you all know. Ooh, 83%. Trying to talk myself out of it. Somebody who's ready for the snow, not me. No. Not me. But I think we've had a pretty mild winter thus far. But no, I'm not, ooh, yeah, bring it on. I just don't think it's going to be as much as it has been in past years. 79, what was that year? What was it? 2010, I think it was. It was really bad then. Right before the year that I got married the first time. That ill-fated year, I tell you. If you still care. Oh, that's fine. 3 to 5 inches, that's cool. Woo! Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Gone, Jimmy. Woo! That's how you get foreplay right there. And that right there, the SOS band. A little help from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. A lot of help. I mean, I think they just walked into the studio and said, "Okay, what do you got for us, Mr. Jam, Mr. Lewis?" Just said, "Okay, we just need you all to sing. We've already done the music, so we just need you to sit down and learn the lyrics to the song, and that's it. We don't need you to play your instrument, so you can leave those at home next time for the next album." Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep. The greatest love songs of all time. Ken Watlington said, "Who's ready for the snow?" They said they're calling for 3 to 5 inches. Now, considering we've had a pretty um, mild winter, I'll take it. 3 to 5 inches, okay, cool. And it'll still be warm. It won't like dip down into, like 20, 30 below where it'll just freeze and it'll be like difficult to drive. So that's my thing. Okay, cool. I'm not going to, you know, and they always say, 3 to 5 inches, 12 inches, whatever. It's like, okay, it's gonna snow until it stops. That's it. Anyway, on another subject, back in 1968, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, recorded a song which would become a anthem for most women of either color or just women, period. It's next to Respect. It's one of her most popular songs ever. She performed it in front of course, the then president of the United States, Barack Obama. And she came on stage, of course, full fur coat. She started playing the piano, and then eventually she stood up and started singing and brought the house down. Now they want to ban this song because it insults certain certain people who weren't born female. How are you going to I guess redo history? This song is historic. You you can't erase history. I'm sorry. You can't. No, no, no. From 1968, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, and a natural woman on Bedtime Stories. Woman. Oh, oh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Nothing like the real thing. In my ear. Oh, the sound. Baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Ain't nothing like the real thing. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Alan Greer. Marvin and Tammy, that's the a cappella version. No auto tune needed there. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Alan Greer. Hello to Gladys Horton. Gladys, I'm going to call you when I get off the air. I saw that you called me earlier, and I was, taking my old man nap. So, so I will give you a call at midnight. All right? All right. Once again, this is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep. The greatest love songs of all time. John Caldwell, what's going on, brother? Thank you for checking in. As always, he calls me Sid McCoy. I don't think he's old enough to remember Sid McCoy. Are you old enough to remember Sid McCoy, brother? Or did you hear his voice somewhere and said, oh, he sounds like Sid McCoy? Anyway, here's more from the Queen, Aretha Franklin. Just call me. Call me the hour, call me the minute, the second that you get there, baby. Just call me. Clear my throat on the air. That's how you know it's live. Sing, Queen, sing. Moment. Mm-hmm. I love you. Mm. What's new? I wish I could tell you something, Gladys. It's the same old thing. Same, what does it say? Same stuff, different day. That's about it. Yeah. Absolutely nothing has changed with me. I am still single. What else? I'm still single. Um, that's all I can think of. You know, I'm still single. I'm still working, 3 and 4 jobs, Sunday to Sunday, leaving one job and going to another. The only day I have off is Saturday until I have to go in Saturday night at Williams and Pizza. But that's it. You know, my life is still the same. The saddest story ever. The saddest story ever. I mean, back in the day, you know me, boy. I was like, yeah, I was, yeah. I know, right? Working hard. That's about it. Back in the day, boy, I was like, yeah, I was, you know, I was the man back in the day. I don't, I can't describe it any other way. I don't know what happened. You know, just something just happened. You know, yep. you know, I had it made back in the day. I was swimming in women. Swimming in women. Latanya Lynn Garrett, good evening. How are you? Speaking of jobs and stuff, which job are you at tonight, Latanya? Because I know she's at La Rabita and she pours drinks at another place. Gladys said a shift is coming. Al, God is preparing you for the next level in 2023. Thank you. Um, I thank you for that, and I'll receive that, Gladys. Thank you, thank you. I take it and I receive it. But it's been, whew. You're at La Rabita tonight, okay? Tell everybody at La Rabita I said hello, as always. And I'm gonna tell you this. I know I always say this, but I promise you, when the weather breaks, then I'm going to be popping up at La Rabita when it gets warm. Right now, it's like, you know, I'm just getting over a cold. All that's left is, a dry cough, so nothing's coming out. But yeah, I promise that I'm going to come to La Rabita. Now, the only time I could probably come would be When you're doing your shift, of course, you're doing third shift. And the only other time that I can think of would be like on a Saturday or something. I would love to read to the kids. It's just something that I want to do. You know, it's something that I would just like to do. Sit down and read to the kids, and possibly do that on a regular basis. So, but hmm, I just want to do that. I miss doing that with my daughter. Um, Not my daughter, but my granddaughter, my 6 year old. I miss doing that, and I didn't want to go around her with this cold. Her and of course my grandson EJ. I didn't want to go around them with this cold, so I wanted to make sure I was just totally cold free. I didn't want to go over there with a mask on or whatever, because when I come through the door, my granddaughter Naomi is she don't care about nobody else. you know, Her thing is, Papa came over to play with me. She didn't come to see you or you or you. Papa came to play with me, and that's what I want to do. And once Papa's through playing with her, Papa goes in that little chair that is so uncomfortable and falls asleep. Yeah, that's what I do. So that's exactly what I do. I fall asleep afterwards. Now, sometimes she actually falls asleep too on my lap, and then my daughter come by and take a picture. It's like, oh, like old times. I'm like, yeah, like old times. Atlantic Star, and all in the name of love, which is pretty much the theme around here on Bedtime Stories. It's all in the name of love. Very seldom do you hear me play a song that's got, nasty lyrics in it about, and don't get me wrong, I'm a big, how I am about Prince, but you'll never hear me play Do Me Baby. you know, his earlier songs were just so suggestive. I might play International Lover, which is, suggestive, but it's not like Do Me Baby. So I try to keep them. I try to play love songs. That's it. Every now and then I might slip one in that's, not so appropriate, but for the most part, I know I have preachers listening to me. They may not make comments, but I will always get a comment on Sundays like, yeah, I heard your show the other night. I'm like, oh boy, did I play Do Me Baby? I don't think. Okay, all right. I'm good. So I just try to keep it clean. I try to play love songs, yeah, not the nastiness. So I used to get talked about by one of my coworkers, Marcella Jones. You be playing that booty music. I said, no, I don't. I try to keep it above board, not below. Like this one from Patty Austin. This is her version of So Amazing, originally done by Luther and Dionne Warwick on Bedtime Stories. Said you come my way. You know I'll gladly go. They probably wanted to hear it. I know, right? And see, that's just it. They always, they always claim that they're holier than thou, right? I get that all the time. They're one way at church, and then they're another way away from church. You know. On the down low, yeah. That's one way to put it. You know. I had a preacher say to me, he said, I need a vacation. He said, away from my wife. I said, okay. There's this preacher who calls WVON all day, and I'm not gonna say his name. Well, I could, because he don't listen to me. My thing is, when they call into the radio station, they're not calling to talk to me. So when they speak, is this Dr. Greer? I'm like, hold on. You want to talk to the person that's on the radio. You don't talk to me. I just run the board, play the music. That's it. And so don't come for me unless I call for you. So you ain't calling, you didn't call my number. You call 591 and not 519. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put you on hold so you can speak to whomever's on the radio. I don't want to talk to you. And I hate to say this, but, I'm usually pretty transparent and pretty real. I feel like if you're calling this radio station all day, you have nothing else to do. They call in the morning and talk to Rufus between 6 and 9. Between 9 and noon, they talk to Perry Williams. They call Perry Small, rather, and they call in. And then Matt comes on. They call at 1 o'clock, and then they call back at 3 when Ativa is on with Darlene Hill. And I'm like, ain't you got nothing else better to do than to call a radio station all day? Now, man. And I hate to say this, but the only word that comes to my vocabulary is I'm not even going to say it, because it'll be somebody that hears that, and then they go back to my boss and say, oh, we're a bunch of, your employee said this on his show, and he's calling us a bunch of, like, well, I call it like I see it. I'm not going to say the word. But, my thing is, don't you have something else to do? Pastors call all day long to put in their 2 cents. And I don't, I don't dislike what they have to say, because, but everything is not pertaining to a Bible scripture. Well, it says in Luke that, like, we're not doing that right now. Say it for me, please. Yes. Say it for me. The L word. If you call in a radio station all day, every day to talk to every talk show host, and then they know you by name, oh, this must be so-and-so, they call like, this is so-and-so, I'm like, and that's when thank you. That's when my ego, thank you, Gladys. That's when my ego kicks in. I'm like, and you are who? I'm a 40-year veteran of Chicago radio, GCI, JPC, V103, 1390, WKKC. And you are who? You know, my thing is, if you're calling a radio station that much, you need your own podcast so that you can talk to others because you think you have an opinion that everybody wants to hear. And not everyone agrees with what you say. Not even the talk show host, or hostess in some instances. But it's like they call all day, you know, this is so and so. Like, like WVON has made celebrities out of common people. I'm, that's no, I'm trying to be nice and stuff. Average everyday people. And then they call other shows. They call into Reverend Al Sharpton and talk to him. How they know that he's on. Well, we delay the broadcast of Al Sharpton, but some of the people know that he's still on during the day, so they'll call in so they can hear themselves at night when we do the repeat at 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, good grief. You all think you all are celebrities. Ain't no celebrities up in here but me. There is no one at WVON who's been there longer in radio than me. Nobody. I've been doing talk radio for 20 years. I'm like, I've been doing radio for 40 years, period. Talk, R&B, you name it. Country, I played rock and roll. What have you done? You talked on the radio. Big damn deal. But we have made superstars out of average everyday Joes. A few years ago, they did a tribute album to Luther Vandross. And yeah, as much as I hate Beyonce, yes, I said I hate Beyonce. I mean, that's such a strong word. I'm not a big fan of hers, but that song there with Stevie, so amazing. That's a beautiful duet. I will say that. Not a fan of Beyonce. No, sorry. I'm not a Beehive person. But that duet right there, it's beautiful. Stevie's playing harmonica on that one. And it's a tribute to Luther. It's you got to get the album. It was so good they did another album. they did the first tribute album where they had I guess these put together duets. Like you got Luther and Elton John. What they did, they took outtakes of Luther singing and then they put Elton John in there. Kind of like they did the Beyonce Isley Brothers song. So anyway, Chapina Butter Brother Dr. Al Greer. Victor said, Victor Jackson, not to be confused with the other one. He said, absolutely make us old, Al. Well, I've been doing this, for so long. It feels like second nature to me, If I don't do radio, I don't know what else I would do. Probably be a porn photographer. But I'm sorry. I just, and I've said this on the air at VON. She's a good entertainer. She can dance on stage. She can sing and dance on stage. She can dance and sing on stage. she's gone from making, you know, pretty good R&B songs, popish bubblegum type R&B songs, to doing what I think is just pieced together music. It's just pieced together, you know. Um, I remember the first week, "Break My Soul" came out, and one of the guys at is that the manager, one of the managers at Williams Inn Pizza said, "I know you got that new Beyonce." I'm like, but you got to consider most of the guys there are, you know, they like Patti LaBelle. You know where I'm going with this. Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin. You know, they still like Grace Jones. I don't know. I'm just saying. Diana Ross. You got that new Beyonce? I'm like, so I downloaded it and I played it, and I was like, is this what you wanted to hear? You know, you can't break my soul. You can't break. I'm like, I'm like, this is nothing but some old '90s techno. It's nothing new under the sun. And then they were like, Beyonce has brought back Chicago house music. Chicago house music never left. And she sure as hell didn't bring it back with that song. They just thought, oh my God, this is such a wonderful song. And she has reignited the flame of house music. House music never, the flame never died. Just ask Farley Jackmaster Funk, uh, Tony and Andre Hatchett, uh, Alan King, Jesse Saunders, get well soon, Wayne Williams, Dr. Derelict. Shall I continue? The Chosen Few in the Hot Mix 5. Has house music died? No, it has not. House music is not going anywhere. I don't care what people say about house music. And I'm not saying it because I'm in Chicago and that's where house music originated. I'm not saying that. But true house heads don't like just quote unquote house music made specifically for house. House heads are disco heads. We just put it in the same category. We just say, well, this is, deep house is what they call it. Deep house is anything on South Soul Records, anything that was a 12-inch, anything that, came out before 1980, South Soul Orchestra, Lolita Holloway, First Choice, Teddy Pendergrass, you can't hide from me. That's a house song, going back to my roots by Lamont Dozier. I mean, The Love I Lost by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. They consider that deep house. We consider it disco. It is what it is. And that's it. House music is not going anywhere, has not gone anywhere. House music's here to stay. Ask 200,000 people who come to 63rd and Hayes Drive on the 4th of July. Is house music dead? Sometimes it's just love. Other times it's just gas. That's going to do it for your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. K. Ramos, thank you for checking in. Excuse me. Gladys, I appreciate you. I'm going to call you in a few minutes. And just everybody. Ronnie, thank you so much. Troy, you're Troy. And everybody else. Appreciate you. Gotta go. Gotta run. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Pam. All right, peoples. Victor Jackson. Slick Vic. Slick Vic. The original Vic. Thank you so much, people. Rest in peace, Victor Vincent. Heart attack. That young? He must have been under a lot of stress. That's all I got to say. But once again, thank you guys. I appreciate you. That's it. House music is here to stay. It's going away. Good night, everybody.